Please remember that all the opinions in the show are those of the host and should only be taken as food for thought. We're in no way telling you to do anything. Everything is kept anonymous for the safety of the listeners and no information is shared to anyone else. If you are easily offended by people's opinions or views, then thank you for making it this far, but this is not the podcast for you, so see you later. And please enjoy the rest of the show. Hey guys, happy Monday. I've been looking for jobs in my career I want to do in marine biology since I graduated. I've had no luck for anything that pays well enough. If I wanted to get in, I have to start from the ground floor and work my way up. With rent and other bills, it's going to be tough for me. What do you guys think I should do? That is tough, man. That's a really specific, and not something in the UK I think is particularly massive, is it? Not that
I think it
is in
would
the
be
UK.
towards the south coast.
Didn't we know someone that did that? They went to Plymouth. Is it Plymouth? Portsmouth? What's the one
know.
down the bottom?
No idea.
Be.
I know it was a popular course to go on when people went to uni. A lot of people went and did media studies and shit, and a lot of people went and did that. I think that if you really need to get into this, if that is the sector that you want to get into 100%, then you have to take the lower wage at the start and start from the bottom and make your way up. Like there's no jumping in at like a 35 grand a year level at any sector. You've got to go in and make your way to the point where you need to be earning a half decent wage. And unfortunately, starting at the bottom is where you're going to have to do most of that. Like a lot of the people that change jobs and change sectors, like if I was to go into a completely different sector now, I would more likely have to start at a lower wage than I'm on now, because I'm on a higher wage now because I've been in that business for so long.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But if I was to jump into something completely different, I would never be able to, unless you've got a literal transferable skill, it's not going to happen. By the sounds of this person's only come out of university. So you're going to, unfortunately, to employers, you're dime a dozen. You have to prove your worth to them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've done it a few times. Like I left the co-op to go to the airport and then I started selling whiskey, and then the co-op offered me a job as a supervisor, so I went back, and then I moved up to Scotland to move up, and then left and got made redundant, and then had to start as a supervisor again in the airport, and then went here. Like it's just constantly up and down. There's no just I don't know how people do it. Like my regional manager for Bright House when I worked there, he said he'd made him redundant and he got another area manager's job as well. And I was thinking to myself, like, mate, but to me, I've never been very good at just jumping at a higher level. Like I prefer to start at the bottom, even though the wages are crap.
I think it's easy to do once you've reached the management point. Like I got a lot of offers when I moved from co-op to move into management roles, but I knew what would be worth it money wise, petrol wise, and stuff like that, and whether it would work out, whether I was earning less or more for the same amount of stress, and a lot of it wasn't worth it. So it's kind of like once you're at a certain level, you can make that jump, but you have to go in cold. You have to go in cold.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Unless you can blag your way in, which most people can't.
Yeah, and if you do, there's a lot of expectations of you.
Yeah. But that's the problem, right? Is that everything's fucking expensive now. I think I can't do anything. Like now that I live on my own, even though I've got like Sabina and stuff like that, I can't do nothing unless she moves in with me, and I know that part of the bills are paid because I can't afford any less money.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah,
you know what I mean. There's people at work that were like, "Oh, just leave" and stuff like that, and I'm like, how would you just fucking leave? I don't know how people could just leave their job. Like I hate it. It makes me sick. I hate the fucking place so much. But as an adult, you have the responsibility of paying your bills.
the problem is, Dan, that a lot of people would just up and leave because they don't pay their bills.
Well, there's that as well. Yeah.
That's why a lot of these people have flippant. Like I know a guy. He's a lovely guy. We get on really well, but I've known him for 3 years. He's had probably 20 jobs in 3 years, and he is constantly between paychecks and fucking jumping between jobs and stuff. And he doesn't pay anyone anything. He has all these bills that he should be paying. He doesn't pay anyone anything. Do you
That's
know what I
fucking
mean?
mental.
And to live like that for me would be way too stressful. But he just lets it all slide off his back. Don't worry about it at
I
all.
fucking hate that. I can't
Mm.
understand people like that. Like I would stress my fucking
Mate, I'd be in
just
a nervous breakdown.
yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I'm like hardcore saving at the minute because I went into the black trying to sort out that fucking mortgage.
Yeah.
So I was to Sabina, I was like, until we go to check, I was like, I felt like up to money, I'll move over and everything like that. And I'm just like, that. You know what I mean? The weekend, I spent fucking 2.5 hours making Jamaican, like, uh, they're called Jamaican patties, you know, like,
Oh yeah,
um,
yeah. The patties, yeah.
yeah, fucking ages, man. Cooked everything, and I put them all in my fridge. So when I come home, I can just cook them. I don't have to because they were costing me something like £2 a day. Kept stopping at Sainsbury's and buying one.
Oh, what? So you made your own?
I made my own. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's fucking pain in the ass, man. Although the dough's really easy, but because you put turmeric in it, that's what makes it yellow.
Yeah.
Everything is yellow. It's the worst spice in the fucking world. I can't stand it. I really can't stand it. It's everywhere. And I've got like because of my ADHD and stuff like that, I don't like my hands being messy.
Yeah.
So that every time I touch the dough and I look down and my hands were yellow, I had to wipe my hands. But then I touch the dough again and they would go yellow. It's driving me fucking crazy. I swear to God, it was going fucking mad. I just turn around like everything's got yellow. I've got no rolling pin, so I was having to use a glass
Fucking
to,
hell.
to roll it out. And then I thought to myself, this is silly because if I press too hard on the glass, it's going to smash. So
Yeah,
I
your
got a
hands will be fucked.
yeah, I got a protein shaker that's like a jug. Was rolled in that. So you just look around and there's like yellow napkins, yellow towels, yellow counter, yellow glass, yellow cup, yellow hands. It's just
Fucking hell.
like
It's right
everywhere.
mess. Why don't you just go out and buy a rolling pin? They're like £3.
Because I was already at home. I'd been out already.
I suppose.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't say that to someone like me, Joe. You can't just be like, why don't you just go out? Because I would go out to get a rolling pin, and when I got to Asda, I would forget what I was there for.
Mate, there's no way I've done that before where I've had to go. We've been in the middle of making something. We went and bought one because I was like, that I can't deal with this.
No, it just makes normally use like a bottle of wine.
Yeah, could you imagine if I tried using one of Charlotte's wines? Fucking hell. Because I'm so heavy handed as well, it would smash and it would
Yeah,
be a
you got to be
disaster.
really fucking. I'll get one. I'll probably get one this weekend. But fucking hell, yeah. But that's what you're trying to do to cut corners, man. You know what I mean?
Mm.
It's an
I think
absolute nightmare.
I think I don't know about this person's situation. Did they say it during the email whether they're at home with their parents or
No, just their bills and things.
just had bills? I think there's ways to subsidise, especially nowadays. You can do like little side hustles and do like Uber driving and stuff on like the weekends or something like that, just to subsidise your bills a little bit more.
Mm.
Um, I know there's a minimum requirement for apprenticeships and stuff as well now, so they have to pay you a certain amount. So I think it's worth looking into and seeing if you can afford it. And if you can't afford it, think about moving back with your parents while you're learning.
You got to start somewhere. I think
Yeah.
like the worries are understandable, but if you don't get on it and get going, you're just wasting time because you sent the email like 2 weeks ago or whatever. That's 2 weeks you could have been doing the job you want to do.
And it's one of those things where you got to think, like, it's very rare to know what you want in life as regards career. And if you are going to be happy in that career because you want to do it, it's better to pursue that than to be in a situation where you hate going into work every day
Yes,
because it
one
ain't
hundred
pretty.
percent, 100%. So hopefully you take our advice and you go and get on it, and we'll see you on the telly. You know what I mean?
hanging
The
out with
next,
dolphins and shit.
yeah, the next David Attenborough, which is probably nothing to do with marine biology, but
we'll, we'll find out they're like checking out microorganisms on Mars or something.
Although my favourite bit that like of all animal shows is like the ocean. It's some scary motherfucking shit in that thing, man.
There's always shit I would never know about, and there's always a new animal that I don't know about from the ocean.
I I love like the deep sea, you know, where like they're all like translucent and like that's so fucking cool. They're the ugliest motherfuckers.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
they've all got
But
faces for radio, innit?
or a podcast. Um, but thanks for the email. Hopefully it helped you out a little bit, and you're going to get on it. But good luck, man. Hopefully hear from you again.